Every other healthcare experience has trained you to expect long appointments, those 60 minutes of physical therapy, the 45 minutes of occupational therapy. And it's trained you to think the longer the session, the more thorough it must be, right? So when you watch your child get a chiropractic adjustment that lasts under 2 minutes, your brain throws up a red flag. Wait, that's it? That's actually the right question to ask, but the answer flips everything you've been taught about healing on its head. You see, a neurologically focused adjustment isn't shorter because it's doing less. It's shorter because of how powerfully the nervous system responds to precise input, and adding more would actually overwhelm that already overloaded system. Once you understand the real mechanism behind what happens during those 2 minutes, the entire concept of time on the table stops being the right yardstick. What looks short is actually doing something extraordinary, and the proof shows up in the hours and days that follow. You see, this video is for the parents who've watched their child move through therapy after therapy, or supplement after supplement, or protocol after protocol, and they still feel like something foundational is being missed. If you've ever wondered whether a 2 minute adjustment can actually move the needle, continue watching with us. Here's what we're going to cover: what a chiropractic adjustment actually is and what it isn't, how a precise neurological input reaches the brainstem, vagus nerve, and cortex, why pediatric adjustments are short by design, why frequency matters more than duration when it comes to healing, and how insight scans make the invisible nervous system visible for the first time. But before we get into all of that science, I want to start with a story because this one changed how I think about what an adjustment actually does. This one is one of the most powerful examples of our profession that has ever been documented, and it happened inside a level 3 NICU, not in a chiropractic office. A newborn boy had suffered traumatic birth that included a whiplash-type injury to his upper neck and brainstem, a hypoxic brain injury, and a condition called persistent pulmonary hypertension of that newborn. Because he was hooked up to every machine and monitor you can imagine, the neurophysiological impact of those first gentle adjustments was visible in real time. His heart rate came down, his respiration improved, his oxygen levels rose, his whole body relaxed and released that locked in tension. What happened in that NICU isn't a one-time story. It's the same thing that happens quietly every single time a child gets a neurologically focused adjustment. You just can't always see it spelled out on a monitor the way it was that day. So let's talk about what's actually happening, because most people have it wrong from the start. That pop or crack you hear sometimes during an adjustment, that's just gas being released from the joint capsule. It has nothing to do with whether the adjustment actually worked. The real action isn't structural at all, it's neurological. A specific precise input activates the mechanoreceptors and proprioceptors packed into the paraspinal muscles, which carry the highest density of muscle spindles anywhere in the body. We're going to drop the research link in the comments below so that you can read more. That sensory burst races up the spinal cord to the brainstem, the cerebellum, and the prefrontal cortex, giving the brain a clean read on the body's position, tension, and tone. The goal is to correct what we call subluxation, a 3-part pattern that includes physical misalignment, joint fixation, and neurological interference between the brain and body. For children, the pressure used is comparable to checking the ripeness of an avocado: gentle, specific, child appropriate at every stage of life. Now, once that signal is sent, here's what the entire nervous system does with that. The adjustment delivers a controlled burst of neurosensory input that the brain uses to recalibrate how it processes information from the body. That signal reaches the brainstem, the region that controls heart rate, breathing, digestion, and arousal. The foundational systems running every minute of every day. The vagus nerve and parasympathetic system engage, shifting the body out of sympathetic dominance, that chronic fight or flight state most dysregulated kids are stuck in. In fact, a 2016 study published in Neuroplasticity, which we're going to link in the comments, showed that adjustments produce measurable changes in prefrontal cortex activity. That's the region responsible for executive function, attention, and autonomic regulation. This is why one adjustment can affect things that seem completely unrelated, like sleep, digestion, immunity, emotional regulation. The nervous system controls all of it, and children with very different diagnoses often share the same underlying pattern of dysautonomia, which is why the same foundational care helps so many of them. Now, I want you to stay with me here because what comes next is the piece that surprises parents the most. And it's the key to understanding why this approach works the way that it does. A child's nervous system can only absorb so much sensory input before it becomes overwhelmed and starts shutting down. Picture the nervous system like a computer with too many tabs open. When too many programs run at once, everything slows down or it crashes. A child stuck in sympathetic dominance is already swamped before they even walk through our door. You add in school, screens, sensory input, food sensitivities. All of it is consuming processing capacity. Adding 30 to 60 minutes of hands on input wouldn't be more thorough. It would trigger the same meltdown response parents see at the dentist or after a long therapy session. A precise input takes roughly 90 seconds to 2 minutes. Then the brain spends the next 24 to 72 hours doing the actual work, releasing stuck stress patterns, rewiring neural pathways, recalibrating tone. Sometimes the most healing thing we can do is give the nervous system less to process, not more. And that's exactly why frequency beats duration every time. The brain rewires through neuroplasticity, and neuroplasticity has one rule: repetition. A foundational 2008 paper, which is also linked in our comments, outlined that repetition, specificity, and intensity drive lasting neural change, not the length of a single session. Think about it this way: there are 168 hours in a week. A child receives about 60 minutes of table time across 2 to 3 visits. That leaves roughly 167 hours and 54 minutes happening between appointments. And those hours can either work for your child or against them. High frequency helps keep and release ahead of the reload from stress, growth spurts, illness, and sensory overload. The adjustment is the catalyst. The brain does the healing between visits. So how do we know it's working? That's where the insight scans come in. And this is what makes our approach different. The scans measure nervous system function through 3 objective tools: heart rate variability, surface EMG, and thermal scanning. Heart rate variability shows how adaptable the autonomic nervous system is and reveals vagal tone. Surface EMG reveals whether a child is stuck on the gas pedal or showing fatigue patterns. And thermal scanning shows where autonomic dysregulation is concentrated along the spine. 2 children with the same diagnosis can show completely different scan patterns, which is why personalization happens at the neurological level, not the symptomatic one. The scans guide care planning, technique selection, and primary subluxation targeting. We don't guess, we measure. So if your child has been through every protocol, every supplement, every therapy, and the missing piece still feels like it's something deeper, there's a reason. The foundation is neurological, and the right input delivered to the right place at the right frequency is what helps shift the entire trajectory. Your child doesn't need more labels. They need answers. To get started, click the link in the description to schedule with myself, Dr. Steven, and the team here at Crossroads Chiropractic in Delaware, or go directly to our website, crossroadschiropractic.us. And if you have questions first, send us a DM. We read every single one. Get the scans, find the foundation, trust the frequency. We'll see you soon.